1 hour. In just 1 hour, a lawyer can help a veteran submit a claim for benefits. In 1 hour, a lawyer can advise voters of their rights on Election Day. And in just 1 hour, a lawyer can advise a nonprofit group about a contract with a vendor. If it only takes 1 hour to make a difference, imagine the impact that our law firm has had on communities around the world with over 127,000 hours of pro bono service.
Our pro bono work helps us to achieve that sense of ownership and common purpose, while at the same time unlocking a more personal dimension to the practice of law.
Whether it be preventing the eviction of a low-income tenant, obtaining political asylum for an immigrant facing persecution, or securing the appropriate educational services for a special needs child, we are changing lives every day through our pro bono work.
Pro bono is important to me because of what it means to my life when I go home and I say to myself, I know that today I did something for someone. It's important to do that for paying clients, and it's just as important to do it for clients who would be nowhere, who would be lost, who would not have help.
In my pro bono cases, every issue is important to my clients, and even small victories can be life-changing for them.
For me, pro bono work has been a way to use my experience as a former federal prosecutor and white-collar defense attorney to help defend indigent defendants in criminal cases.
These are people who wouldn't necessarily have access to the resources, to legal resources, number one, and number two, they would never conceivably have access to the resources of a firm like this.
One perfect example was our work on behalf of Jesse Ray Beard, who goes by the name of Jody. Jody found himself at the center of one of the country's largest civil rights battles when he was arrested in Gina, Louisiana, and charged with attempted murder for a crime he did not commit. Alan and the legal team successfully sought recusal of the presiding judge and were able to reduce the criminal charge to a misdemeanor, to which Jody pled no contest.
Throughout the process, I tried to keep up his spirits, and I told him that if he promised to hang in there and deal with the adversity, I promised I would get him out of Gina.
Everyone talks about how pro bono can change people's lives. When you hear what the firm has been able to do for Jody, it seems to me that it proves the point. 3 years ago, he was sitting under house arrest in Gina, and now, with the help of Alan and his co-counsel, he attends one of the leading prep schools in the country.
Semenya pushes on again.
Shortly after our work on Gina 6 came to a close, another high-profile matter started taking shape. South African athlete Caster Semenya gained international recognition after her stunning performance during the 800-meter event at the 2009 World Championships in Berlin, at which she captured the gold medal. Soon afterwards, Semenya's gender was questioned, and the International Athletic Association Federation asked her to undergo testing.
Let's get what she deserves. In other words, the medal, the money, and the record. We've just been paid recently the winning money. She's got the gold medal. We've accomplished the short-term goals.
Greg Knott was singled out by Legal Business magazine as Lawyer of the Year for his ongoing pro bono legal work for Caster Semenya, for the development of the firm's South Africa practice, and for his demonstrable commitment to pro bono and human rights.
Years ago, I think it was safe to say that pro bono work was dominated by our U.S. offices. But in recent years, there's been an explosive growth in our international pro bono work. And I personally have been privileged to be involved in two very worthwhile matters that have brought together teams from our London and Johannesburg offices. The Street Child World Cup, wow. This was an incredible project that brought together street children from all over the world to play in their own football tournament here in South Africa ahead of the official FIFA World Cup in 2010.
Our Moscow pro bono efforts have grown exponentially, and our lawyers there have provided transactional advice to numerous nonprofit groups and NGOs. As a result, the office received Pro Bono Firm of the Year award from the Corporate Lawyer magazine in conjunction with the Public Interest Law Institute. Our Warsaw office was responsible for a remarkable success on behalf of a policeman who was discharged from service as a result of testing positive for HIV. Our lawyers took the case to Poland's Constitutional Tribunal. The tribunal concurred completely with our arguments, ruling those laws to be unconstitutional and no longer in force.
The National Center for Addiction and Substance Abuse at Columbia University, which is better known as CASA, is the only organization in the country that provides under one roof a combined expertise that enables the organization to both study and combat substance abuse. CASA awarded the firm its Special Achievement Award, which Steve Davis accepted on behalf of the firm.
Focusing on pro bono forces us to sort of take our heads out of the sand from our billable work and look around in the real world at what's happening and what kinds of needs there are out there.
I view this as a time where I need that balance in my life and in my practice.
You can make the time and do it if you want to. And I want to, so I do it.
I've always been too busy to do it. But somehow the time becomes available.
When I look back at my career, I don't want to look at it just that I've been involved in a lot of very lucrative cases and hopefully had a lot of successes for my paying clients, but I also would like to look at it and feel that I made the world a little bit better place.
If we're going to be leaders in this profession, if we're going to inspire our clients to trust us, if we're going to take a position where our peers respect us, we have to make this type of commitment.